made that? Did you make that? Did you make that?
Solid Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers, check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, pop 'em right under your tongue. Lighten up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the flow, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze, ain't a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the day before you let them roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas wanna end me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light, now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts, now my stable conquering. Conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
What's up, world? How y'all doing today? It's Thursday. If you're new to the show, it's your boy Wildcard Martin, aka Modelo Martin. Cheers, world. That Modelo Negro hits the spot every time. All right. We got a jam-packed show. Let's get all the preliminary shit out the way, all the stuff that matters. Y'all go on over to the website www.I.O.W.2019.com, and all information, all sorts of platforms that we're on, shows, content, Patreon, where you can go cop the merch. You know, I'm flossed out in the I.O.W. sports shirt. If you want to donate, of course, the Patreon's there. You know, a lot of our information. We're on so many platforms. Sometimes I'll be forgetting, but that has all the information. Of course, I gotta give shout out to my guy 40 Water, aka Silent Hill, for always providing with the intro song. Scrolling on the bottom, that's my guy right there, 40 Water, aka Silent Hill. His homeboy J. Leo, song Penalty Devil Dance. Intro song we played every time I come on. But y'all go give my man some love. Go see him on his YouTube page. Of course, now available. We do have the I.O.W. network available on both platforms for the Apple and iOS users in your Apple store, and of course, strolling right there for the Google Android users. I.O.W. network right there. Got to type it in like that because it's the only way you'll find it. It's weird. It's crazy. That's just what it is. But now that we got all that out the way, y'all know how we like to get down here on the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Al Edition. Always got to start with the, a good little laugh of the day. Something that's, brightens up everybody's mood, get them hyped, get them ready. So let's take a look at this clip right here. and let's get a little laugh. Let's get started. Started off Thursday night. Start the show off on a good note. This one is quite funny though.
Ambulance!
With the
Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
ain't supposed to be right
Call the
there.
damn ambulance! Ambulance! Damn ambulance! Ambulance! Damn ambulance! The ambulance! Ambulance! Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
ain't supposed to be right
Call the
there.
damn ambulance! Ambulance! Damn ambulance! Ambulance! Damn ambulance! The ambulance!
Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm an idiot. I really am. Like, I gotta
Ambulance! Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
right here.
Call the damn ambulance!
Grammy, dog.
Ambulance! Damn ambulance! Ambulance! Damn ambulance! The ambulance!
I'm going to hell, y'all. Oh shit. Woo. Yeah. I'm going to hell, y'all. It's okay. That shit's hilarious as hell to me. Whoa, Black Betty with the ambulance. That tickled me. Oh my goodness. I normally got a play of the day, but as you guys who are not in tune with the sports world today was such a impactful day in the NFL world. Today was the first day of the NFL draft. Big day. Literally, like draft day is almost pretty much like Christmas in late April, like for real. For NFL fans, it's a chance for your team to get better. Like getting or retooling, getting the certain players that you need. The draft is important. It really is. And then, of course, in the first round, it's highly publicized because you get, you get some of the best college stars that are going to eventually make their way to the pros. Literally, if you guys missed out on our draft special today, the day stream, with myself and Detroit Mail, we had a special guest, Nick Shine, who played our version of Mel Kiper, a very passionate man. Hey, shouts out to Nick. Nick Shine, he shined today. He put a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of energy in his own mock draft. He hit me up on the phone. I was like, yo, get me on the show Monday. So, for your draft reaction show. And I was like, I do you one better. Why don't you come on Thursday, do a draft preview show, drop your mock draft for the first round. And we was able to get him on the show, and man, he blew it out the water. He's funny, he was charismatic, entertaining, and very knowledgeable. If you didn't learn something watching him, I don't know what to tell you. So big props to my guy Nick Shine. He came and blew the show out the water. Did a fantastic job. We'll probably have him back on the show Monday to do a draft reaction show. Because by the time Monday comes, both rounds 2 and 3, which are on Friday, then you have rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7 on Saturday, and I think the draft's over. So Monday we'll do the reaction show with him and myself in Detroit Mail, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. But before the draft even kicked off today, it was some big NFL news and earth shattering. It doesn't necessarily mean anything right now, but it does mean something. If you guys didn't hear the news, AR-12, Aaron Rodgers, dropped a bombshell today. Let's check it out.
Aaron Rodgers has told certain members of the organization that he does not want to return to the Green Bay Packers. And this is an issue that has gone on throughout the course of the offseason, so much so that each of the Packers' main individual decision makers, the president, Mark Murphy, the head coach, Matt LaFleur, the general manager, Brian Gutekunst, have each taken trips out west to go meet with Aaron Rodgers, to fly out and meet with him to see if they could change his mind and convince him to come back to Green Bay, which he does not want to do at this point in time. But to date, Aaron Rodgers has not budged. And so we have a standoff here that nobody knows exactly where it's going. And thus, the 49ers called the Green Bay Packers last night, and the Packers said, we're not trading him. And the Los Angeles Rams called in January before they traded for Matthew Stafford to see if they would trade him, and they were told no. And a short time ago, basically the general manager, Brian Gutekunst, issued this statement. As we've stated since the season ended, we are committed to Aaron in 2021 and beyond. Aaron has been a vital part of our success, and we look forward to competing for another championship with him leading our team. But the fact of the matter is there are other members of the organization that don't know if and when Aaron Rodgers will show back up in Green Bay. He's going through a lot of change in his life right now. He's engaged to be married. He hosted Jeopardy during the offseason, has a lot of hopes, a lot of different dreams, and I don't think he's particularly happy right now being in Green Bay. And I think this dates back, ironically enough, to the draft last year, when not only did the Green Bay Packers draft a quarterback, but they traded up to draft a quarterback. And not only did they trade up to draft a quarterback, but they didn't tell him in advance that they were drafting a quarterback. And obviously, we've seen a lot of cryptic comments from Aaron Rodgers from the time the season ended to now. But it's a situation where essentially he's not happy in Green Bay. There's a standoff between Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers that has gone on to now, and we don't know how this is going to wind up.
Adam, it's absolutely remarkable. And to your point, as we hear this breaking news that Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay and is trying to force his way out, according to Adam's sources, I can't help but think back to our shock when Jordan Love was drafted last year. And Marcus, I'll start with you and your reaction, because you've been saying ever since then that he was going to want to get out. So tell us more about apparently how you knew that.
I'm on there. I'm on there.
He's on.
Let's go up and down. Listen, man. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was so clear and obvious to me when all of that transpired with Aaron Rodgers, and everybody was talking about, you know, me and Mina go back and forth about our cap stuff, and I get it, I understand it, but it's a few players in this league. When they say they want out, you have no choice. Yeah. And I felt like Aaron Rodgers eventually was going to get to that point. And another thing we have to remember as well, look what Tampa did. Right. Aaron Rodgers is tired of seeing quarterbacks win Super Bowls, man. Like, so all of that stuff a culmination. And I said last year, to your point, Laura, Aaron Rodgers would want to get out of Green Bay. And that's what's happening, because he's watched all of his peers. He's watched organizations and teams like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints make all of these moves in order to put their Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a better situation to win games. And here you are.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.
No shock here. I mean, yes, there's a shock because it's Aaron Rodgers saying this. But let's be honest. You are a MVP quarterback. You are a Super Bowl champion. They honestly haven't necessarily, provided Aaron Rodgers with the best of weapons. I'm not shocked. Now the crazy thing is what's going to happen? Is it going to actually happen? You know, truth be told, you know, to Marcus Spears' credit, I think you have to move. You got to. You know, you go and get Jordan Love in the first round, traded up to go get Jordan Love in the first. Jordan Love sat on the bench this year, but you went in the draft and traded up to go get him in the second round. Not the second round. I'm sorry, the first round last year. And it's like that's a slap to the face, because one of the biggest things that's been going on with Green Bay is, you know, a bit of a lack of weaponry. I mean, anybody that has seen numerous Green Bay Packers games, he pretty much primarily has one weapon, Devontae Adams. I think he has a solid running back in Aaron Jones, but for the most part, it's Devontae Adams or bust. And then look at the pick that Green Bay went with tonight. It does make sense, but when you compile it to everything else that has happened with the Green Bay Packers in the last few years with Aaron Rodgers, it adds to the frustration. So with the 29th pick, the Green Bay Packers went and got Eric Stokes, cornerback out of Georgia. I get it. The prime example that most commentators were given on the draft tonight is you see what happened in the NFC Championship game. Tom Brady, when he threw it to Zaire Alexander's side, he was getting picked. He got 2 picks in the NFC Championship game. Everybody else was getting toasted, was getting burnt. I get it. It makes sense. It does make sense. But in Aaron Rodgers' eyes, it looks like another pick for you that's not helping me on the offense. You are literally keep telling me year in and year out, as a general manager, as a coach, that you keep telling me that I have to keep playing magical football every year to make sure our team is one of the last team standings. So, hey, look, the man's frustration level is on the all-time high. You know, that's what Adam Schefter is reporting. And here's my thing. If Adam Schefter is reporting this, it's damn near as close to as factual as it gets. You know, Adam Schefter is one of the most respected, highly respected, no doubt is going to fact check all of his information. If he'll get some type of piece of information, he's going to fact check it with several other people. Going to get all kind of different reports. Look, the organization can say all they want. They want to, continue with Aaron Rodgers, but they're not showing that they want to. I mean, they haven't been very active in free agency. Yes, you re-signed Aaron Jones, but that's pretty much been their own primary addition or transaction in the offseason. And then you can go get a cornerback with the 29th pick. You got an MVP quarterback that is very disgruntled, very upset. Go get the man. That's all he's been asking for. That's all he's been asking for. Look, I get it. When you got a quarterback that is so talented as Aaron Rodgers, there's some things that, certain mistakes or things that a team may lack that he can cover up. He does that very well. There's a lot of blemishes on that team that don't get noticed because Aaron Rodgers is that damn good. But he's getting up there in age. Aaron Rodgers, what, 36, 37? He ain't got time to be running around for his life all the time or trying to find weapons to make sure that they're in the right position when the ball needs to be released. Come on now. Lucky for him, he sat for about almost 3-4 years behind Brett Favre before he hit the field. So technically, Aaron Rodgers could possibly play till he's 40, 41, 42. You know, probably could be the next quarterback that plays well into his 40s like Tom Brady. But like Adam Schefter said, you see time and time again, you see Tom Brady beat you in the NFC Championship, then go get a Super Bowl. You see your compadre, your State Farm compadre, and Patrick Mahomes go and get a Super Bowl because his organization says, let's surround him with talent. Same thing with Tom Brady. Let's surround him with talent. I don't blame him for being upset. I mean, now that this is out, and I know the draft is now and right before the draft, my thing is he had to know about this or just finally released that information because I think he must have saw that pick. And my fellas at the Man Down podcast who were covering the show alluded to that fact. And when I heard him say that, I'm like, you know what? You might have a point. My man Kaz, Melvin, Slim, Corey, Jay. So y'all go give a shout out to the Man Down podcast. Go show some love to them. But they were talking about it. They were like, Aaron Rodgers had to have seen and known this before he dropped this bomb. He had to have known that pick or at least known the direction that the team was going with the draft pick. Because the timing of releasing this is crazy. Because if you're talking about quarterbacks moving throughout this whole draft, it makes sense for him to go ahead and drop that nugget. And earlier today it was a tweet. I can't remember the guy. He had dropped a tweet and said that San Francisco had reached out and offered the 3rd overall pick. So few future picks, probably more than likely number 1 picks in the future, and Jimmy Garoppolo, and give us Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay declined. So here's my thing. Like Adam Schefter said, this is a standoff. This is a standoff. How long does Aaron Rodgers, call the team's bluff? Is he willing to sit out? You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't want to be there and he's so disgruntled like you're saying right now, what's going to happen? My thing is, how far is Aaron Rodgers willing to take? Because in my opinion, it's almost the same situation as Deshaun Watson, well, without the civil suits, because there was a point that Deshaun Watson said, I'm willing to sit out. And then when you get the reports that Aaron Rodgers says, I don't want to come back. I don't want to ever play with you guys again. Is he willing to go to the extent that Deshaun Watson was ready to go to, as in, I'll sit out? It gets very, 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 very interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. But let's get down to business. Let's get down to the draft. So, number 1 pick, of course, was Trevor Lawrence. No brainer. That was automatic. All right. Look, here's my issue. Here's my issue with the draft. When we know that picks like Trevor Lawrence are a no-brainer, number 1, why are we waiting 25, 30 minutes for y'all to announce this pick? Literally, everybody and their mama knew Trevor Lawrence was going number 1. I mean, there wasn't going to be no secret or no surprise to ever happen right there. Trevor Lawrence was number one. Everybody knew that. I mean, my mama don't watch football, but she even hears stuff that Trevor Lawrence must be going number one. My old lady, she watches sports because I watch sports. Oh, Trevor Lawrence is going number one. My dog knew Trevor Lawrence was going number one. My 3-year-old knew Trevor Lawrence was going number one. Why are we waiting 25, 30 minutes for y'all to announce it? It's a long draft, long first round. Let's get it over. Because honestly, the draft just ended by about pretty much right when we was going on air. So right around midnight, and you started at 8 o'clock, 4 hours, and you wasted almost 25, 30 minutes on a pick we knew was guaranteed. But look, you gotta get it right. As a new coach, that Obermeyer is making his debut in the NFL. Was a great coach in college at Bowling Green, Utah, Florida, Ohio State. Won everywhere he went. Now he's taking his crack at the NFL. And you got this guy at number one. And that was a no-brainer. I mean, there's nothing that Trevor Lawrence can't do as a quarterback. I mean, you got to go get it. Of course, number 2 pick overall, that was pretty much a no-brainer. Zach Wilson. The Jets have gone all in for him after trading Sam Darnold. My only drawback on Zach Wilson is if he's going to be able to handle the big lights in New York. You're talking about a guy that played at BYU, small town guy, playing at a Provo, Utah. They have media out there, but it's nothing like New York media. New York media is such it's a monster on its own. And not only that, the fans. New York fans are brutally honest. As Francisco Lindor, who the Mets just gave a buttload of money to, and he ain't looking too hot. They booing the shit out of his ass. New York fans tell you what's up. And ain't got no shame in their game. So, as Zach Wilson starts not looking too hot, they will boo the hell out of him. Will it mess up his mention? Who knows? Because you can't say that doesn't affect people. Ask Carson Wentz how his mental started going. His mental got shot. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? 3rd overall pick. Now, this is when the shit was going to hit the fan, depending on how it was going to go. So with the 3rd overall pick, the San Francisco 49ers went ahead and picked the quarterback that I felt that they should win for it. All draft process, Mac Jones. No, I was never a big fan of going to go get Mac Jones at pick 3 because you don't trade up. You don't make that trade with the Miami Dolphins to go get Mac Jones. You just don't. So with 3rd overall pick, 49ers got smart, got the best quarterback in my opinion with the highest upside, and got Trey Lance. I love that pick. I absolutely love that pick. Not sure if they're going to stick with Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I go ahead and see what I can get for Jimmy G. Because here's my thing: the more you wait on trying to trade Jimmy G, the more his value go down. You're talking about a guy that's not durable. Durability issues. The man has literally almost missed half of his starts. as a 49er. Literally. Almost missed probably about half of his time he's been with the 49ers. And he costs too much to be missing so much time. Granted, when Jimmy G is in the starting lineup as a San Francisco 49er, I think the last time I saw this, that he was 22 wins and 8 losses. Good. Good for you. But you're hurt all the time. I mean, that's just facts. The best ability is availability. Point blank period. That's bottom line. If you're not available, what's going on? So I'm glad they went with Trey Lance. People worry about his, lack of gameplay. But turn on the tape. The man is full-on warrior as a quarterback. Not scared to take the hit. He's definitely going to have to tone that down in the NFL. Those hits are different in the NFL. They're coming from different animals in the NFL. But Duke cannon. So 3 quarterbacks go 1, 2, and 3, as most people expect. So no surprise there. Of course, 4 happened. Atlanta Falcons take Kyle Pitts. Hey, freak of a tight end. He's in my opinion, he's just a big wide receiver. Feet like a wide receiver. My best comparison is he might be slightly smaller than Travis Kelce. Has a perfect comparison. He has the same build as Darren Waller almost, as in tight end in Oakland. So you add him to Calvin Ridley, you add him to Julio Jones in Atlanta. Matt Ryan gets another weapon. That's not a bad look right there. That's not a bad look. I'm actually cool with the Falcons going to get Kyle Pitts. I mean, most people had Trevor Lawrence as the number 1 overall rated player, and Kyle Pitts was right there. So I do that. Pick 5. Bengals went Jamar Chase, wide receiver out of LSU. I understand picking him for Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase had a hell of a connection at LSU. If I remember correctly, he had almost like 18, 20 touchdowns 2 years ago with Joe Burrow, and they went on to win a national championship. So them two together broke records. My only issue with getting Jamar Chase is that when you have a legit tackle in Penei Sewell right there, and Joe Burrow is literally coming off an ACL injury. Protect your franchise. Penei Sewell is literally your left tackle for the next 10 to 15 years. Easily. Because you have to protect your quarterback, protect your investment, protect your franchise. Joe Burrow is the future quarterback for years to come, more than likely for the Bengals. Rookie year gets hurt after looking so good. Joe Burrow was looking good. You make sure he's upright. You make sure he's not hitting your grass. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You want to give him a weapon, but the wide receiver position is so deep this year. You can't get the ball to him if your quarterback is on his ass. Point blank, period. I get it, but to me, you go be smart and protect it. That's just my opinion. So. I understand the choice of giving Burrow a weapon, former teammate. He had magic back in college. I get it. But you can't have no magic when you're sitting on your ass or you're out again because you got a bad injury. But it is what it is. Pick 6. Miami Dolphins go Jalen Waddle. I have no issue with it. You know, I've seen some people not sure how Jalen Waddle went before Devontae Smith, but look, Tua played with Jalen Waddle. They are already familiar with each other. It's another weapon. So that makes sense. 7 Detroit Lions with Penei Sewell, offensive. I mean, if Detroit feels that's what they need, I mean, honestly, Detroit just needs to hit the reset button on the whole franchise, down from the coach. You know, I'm not too sold on Dan Campbell being hired as the coach, all the way down to everybody. Everybody needs to get reevaluated. That's just my opinion. You know, sorry, Detroit now. I love you, bro, but you know this. He knows himself about the Lions. They too pretty. Pick 8. Now here's my pick for potential steal of the first round. Carolina Panthers go out and get cornerback J.C. Horn. Now, I love some J.C. Horn. Look, if you put on the tape on J.C. Horn, straight up, in my opinion, you know, I would have took him before Patrick Surtain. This is exactly what happened in the draft. But J.C. Horn is a dog. You talking about legit cornerback that can shut down one side of the field. Literally, great man-on-man coverage, press coverage, and you know that's almost what you need in the NFL. It's such a passing league. You need to shut down the other team's number one receiver. If you guys saw the day stream today, my man Nick Shine, went out and said, you know, 2-3 years he's going to almost be dead in Ramsey status. It's legit shut down corner. And I got no disagreements with that. I love J.C. Horn. For the Panthers, you know, they got themselves a dog at cornerback. Pick 9, you know, Broncos went and got the other cornerback. Got Patrick Surtain the second from Alabama. I mean, he's good. He's good. I just prefer Jason Horn. He's more of a, in my opinion, more of a shutdown corner than Patrick Surtain. No diss to Pat Surtain. I just prefer JC. I just think JC's just more complete of the corner. He's going to give me more what I need. Pick 10. The Eagles did trade with the Cowboys. That's, you know, why not? Why not move back? The Cowboys are going to get some. I didn't see the 100% trade on that, but I think they ended up getting the 3rd round back. The Cowboys did for the swap. Obviously, you know, on your big board, they probably had both J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain as their top prospects that they wanted to get. You're off the board. So 10, Devontae Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama. You know, a lot of people worry about his size. I'm not. Put on the tape. Devontae Smith, his get off the line is ridiculous. His feet are crazy. His jab step is nuts. He's creating separation automatically off the line. And if you are, as a coach, can do right by him, so it's up to Nick Sirianni to use him right. But Devontae Smith reunited with Jalen Hurts. They both played together at Alabama. Quite familiar with each other. So, boom, there it is. Now here, pick 11, Chicago Bears moved up from 20 to 11. Traded with the New York Giants. Now this is smart. You got to do this. Because there is no way that as Chicago Bears that you think that Andy Dalton was your answer at quarterback. So they go and get Justin Fields. Yeah, you do it. I was actually kind of, excuse me, I was actually kind of surprised that they didn't go with Matt Jones, just because I just feel that the Bears GM Ryan Pace just haven't had the best at getting his quarterback situation right. You can go down the line, Mike Glennon, Nick Foles, of course, Mitchell Trubisky, all nothing that worked. So you get Justin Fields. I'm not 100% in on Justin Fields. I've said many times, Ohio State and Alabama quarterbacks to me get exposed. I'm not saying that Justin Fields doesn't have the chance to succeed. They just, because in college everything's plus, everything's so safe and secure. You're surrounded by great talent everywhere. It's not like that in the NFL. Not everybody's top of the top on your team. It's just not like that. Everything's not going to be great. But we'll see what happens. Cowboys pick 12. Micah Parsons. Good pick. Good pick. Probably the best inside linebacker in the draft, and you were able to get him at 12. And that's after moving back. So, you go get him. You got to. Sean Lee retired. You got Kyle Van Der Esch. He's kind of lately showing some durability issues and maybe a slight little drop off in his production, but you need to make sure that you add help to him and Jalen Smith. Give him some help. So great inside backer. Good pick for him. Pick 13. LA Chargers. They got Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern. Great pick. Got you. They did the opposite of Greenwood. We got Justin Herbert, who showed his ass last year, Rookie of the Year. Protective, smart. Even though I hate the Chargers, reason why I'm a Chiefs fan. Come on, 14, the Knicks. I'm sorry, not the Knicks. I'm thinking of my man Nick because he's a Jets fan. He texted me. He was happy that they got Elijah Vera Tucker, guard from USC. He's a monster. So they moved up from 23 to 14. So that was his second pick. And then 15, Patriots get Mac Jones. I mean, that one made sense. Think about it. Josh McDaniels can go and start, calling plays like he had Tom Brady back there. I mean, he almost has the same build as Tom Brady. He really does. He might be slightly a little bit more athletic than Tom Brady, but you're talking about a guy that's gonna be accurate, gonna be make good decisions. But still, my knock on Mac Jones is not mobile whatsoever. He's got to be able to get the ball out of his hand quick. And then again, like I said, Alabama and Ohio State guys they've been plush. They had the plush life in college. It's not like that in the NFL. But in this case, he goes to a right organization. I mean, he goes to a great organization in the Patriots. I'm just like everybody else that has, our not so much love for Belichick and all that in the Patriots organization. But they're a winning organization. They are. Formally fair. And I wasn't too shocked on that because, Nick Saban and Bill Belichick, I think, on little big butt buddies and shit. They love each other to death. I know I'm just talking shit, but no, literally. But if you guys ever on HBO app, they have a documentary together of Nick Saban and Belichick. So they've been friends for a while. They coached together. And so you're talking about years of friendship. And, I'm pretty sure that Belichick wouldn't have taken this pick without even, matter of fact, even in the documentary, Nick Saban pointed out that, most of these guys, some of these teams that take former Alabama players that I coach, majority of the time they don't even call me; they just take them. But he did point out that any Alabama player that Bill Belichick checks, he's got the inside scoop. 4-minute clear. So it works out. So I think this might be the might be the one to kind of help Belichick, still be relevant for a few more years before. I'm sure that he's probably contemplating retiring at least within, maybe next 5-6 years. Who knows? Pick 16, Zaven Collins, outside linebacker from Tulsa to the Arizona Cardinals. I like it. I mean, your defense. You got some good offense. You got some good weapons over there. Add him with Isaiah Simmons, who you picked up last year in the draft from Clemson. You got two linebackers that's going to flat out just cover the field. Literally, I will put, if you're running like a dime package or a nickel package or something like that, when you got 4 down linemen and 2 backers, go. You got two linebackers that can cover each side of the field. Pick 17, Las Vegas Raiders, who, I'm a Chiefs fan. I hate the Raiders, but they did Raiders Vegas. They went and got Alex Leatherwood, an offensive tackle for Alabama. A lot of people were mystified by that, but I think they were mystified because you had an all-pro center in Rodney Hudson. You had Gabe Jackson, Trent Brown, all on your roster, and you move off of them, and then you draft a tackle, a rookie, when you had good linemen already on your roster. For what? I don't know why move off of them. They weren't, they weren't free agents. They were still under contract. You released Rodney Hudson, end up trading him because at first they were just going to release him, but then Arizona said, we'll give you something more. And then same with Gabe Jackson, released him, traded Trent Brown back to the Patriots after paying him on a big ass contract. I don't know what they're doing in Las Vegas, but keep it up because that means my Chiefs will keep winning. 18, Jalen Phillips, DN from Miami, stays in Miami. Help beef up that defense. Miami's defense is nice. There's nothing wrong with adding more defense. You already went up in the, already got your wide receiver with your first pick at pick 6. Pick 18 will get you defense. No, don't mind. That's what. It's a luxury of having 2 picks in the first round. Pick 19, Washington football team will get Jamin Davis, inside linebacker. He's a tackling machine. Pick 20, Kadarius Toney, wide receiver out of Florida. I saw his tape. I like his speed. I like his dog mentality. But he's a speed guy, but he's gonna get rough and rugged. But you're gonna have to calm that down in the NFL. You are not built like Anquan Bolt. Sometimes y'all know when to take the seat when there's nothing else. But he's a home run hitter. I mean, you add that to what the Giants are doing. Giants defense is pretty damn good. Get it together on offense. Got Melvin Ingram. Saquon Barkley looks like he's going to be on track to come back. They signed Kenny Galladay. Then they got Kyle Rudolph. So, you need to run a double tight end set and 2 wide receivers. I like it. He's a speed guy. He'll take the top off. I like that pick. Pick 21, the Colts, Kwity Paye out of Michigan, DN. You add more studs to your defense. I was listening to Louis Riddick on the ESPN in the draft. He says he's going to need to develop some moves. He was more of a speed rush and a bull rusher at Michigan, but I'm pretty sure once he gets that down, I mean, he's going to be hanging with the Forrest Buckner. Forrest Buckner is a great defensive line, so they're going to have to, get him up to speed quick. 22 Titans, Caleb Farley, cornerback. Hey, I mean, why not? You never get too much defense, but Titans got a lot of stuff to take care of. We'll see what happens with them for the rest of the draft. Pick 23, Christian Darrisaw, a tackle from Virginia Tech. I don't know too much about Christian, but the Vikings, you get a tackle. I guess you're saying that you need to give Kirk Cousins more time, then so be it. I mean, but I think he has a great receiving core. Maybe fix their defense. Give Danielle Hunter some help, or possible his replacement. He's going into his final year of his contract. You don't know if he can afford it next year, especially if he has a big year. Pick 24, Najee Harris from Alabama goes to Pittsburgh. I get it. I like Najee Harris. Najee. I'm sorry. He's very particular how you pronounce his name. Najee Harris. Here's my issue with this pick. It's not the player. It's you have so many holes on your offensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your left tackle, Andre Villanueva, he didn't resign. One of the Pouncey twins at center, retired. Don't care who you got as running back. If you don't fix your whole line, it don't matter. To me, it don't matter at all. Pick 25, Jacksonville Jaguars. Got Travis Etienne, running back out of Clemson. I was slightly surprised because, Robinson, who was an undrafted free agent, for the Jaguars, did pretty damn well. But whatever. It is what it is. Pick 26, Greg Newsome II out of Northwestern, cornerback, goes to Cleveland. Cleveland's building a defense, man. They just are. I mean, you already got Denzel Ward. They didn't already got Troy Hill and Johnson from the Rams, who were part of that great defensive back. Get him in Cleveland. Then you add this rookie. He's going to learn from them. Cleveland is building the defense. I mean, that's what happens when you get to the divisional round. You lose against the Chiefs. You see what happens. We know what we got to do. We got to get defensive. We got to get players. I mean, say what you want. And this is not me being a homer for the Chiefs fan. Especially when you are in a conference. You see the team at the top of your conference. What do we got to do to beat them? You got to get defense. Point blank, period. 27, Baltimore Ravens get Rashad Bateman. I like that pick. Solid wide receiver. You need wide receiver help in Baltimore. And he's also going to be a blocker. He blocks. That's what happened. This one right here, 28, Peyton Turner, head scratcher for me at defensive end with the New Orleans Saints. That's what they picked. Most drafts got other guys at defensive end rated higher than him. But if they fell in love with him, that's what they want. So be it. I'm not a Saints fan, so I don't care. Again, 29, Eric Stokes, cornerback, drafted by the Packers. Like I said, that's another piece that, their organization gets that doesn't help Aaron Rodgers. That's why he wants out. Pick 30, Greg Rousseau, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm bad with y'all, my man. Defensive end out of Miami. He goes to Buffalo. I said the other day, it's the same thing with Cleveland. You got to get defense to beat the Chiefs. Point blank, period. Chiefs at the top of the conference, of the AFC. Got to beat them. How you beat them? They're our offensive team. Get defense. Point blank, period. So that makes sense. Pick 31, Baltimore Ravens with their second pick in the first round. Got Jason Owe, linebacker from Penn State. That's typical Ravens formula. Fill a hole on your offense and then fill a hole on your defense. Not sure what they're going to do with their tackle situation. Obviously, with the trade with the Chiefs, I'm pretty sure they'll probably grab some O-line in the second or third round. So that's the only thing I can think of for sure. They got to address that. But typical Ravens draft in the first round. Fill a hole on offense, fill a hole on defense. And then, of course, the 32nd pick for the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Joe Tryon, outside linebacker from Washington. Excuse me. And that pick was a luxury pick. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, first of all, have managed to retain all 22 starters of their Super Bowl team last year. That's continuity at its finest. And not only that, you retain Leonard Fournette, who was your backup running back. You retain Gronkowski, who was at one time your backup tight end once O.J. Howard was down. So, as a matter of fact, you get O.J. Howard back. Still got Cameron Brate. You re-signed Antonio Brown, who wasn't as one of your top receivers, but you get him back, who did contribute to the Super Bowl. You keep, Shaq Barrett was supposed to be a free agent. You re-signed him. Who else? You get Chris Godwin on the franchise tag. That pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was complete luxury. That was just to add depth to the roster. Point blank period. The Buccaneers are sad. So don't be surprised you see the Buccaneers back at the Super Bowl. I said it yesterday. I said it before. I said it after the Super Bowl. Don't be surprised if they back. Don't be surprised to see the Chiefs back. And it's not me being a homer. Is you address the needs ASAP. They had an offensive line problem. They revamped it immediately. They revamped it before the draft. Immediately revamped it. The Buccaneers, hey, we're going to stick with what got us to the championship. Re-sign everybody. All 22 starters are back in Tampa Bay uniform. All contributing reserves back in Tampa Bay. So, look, exciting draft. Some head scratchers for sure. But overall, exciting first round. My Chiefs didn't have a first round pick. I don't care. We got our left tackle and all in the round finally. So it is what it is. Like I said, picks round 2 and 3 are tomorrow. I believe 4, 5, 6, and 7 are Saturday. See, rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7 is they're more speed lighted. Start building depth in that, seeing who can find a diamond in the rough once you get to rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7. Rounds 2 and 3, you're still finding, you're still getting, some contributing players, but round 1 is the money round. Definitely, round 1 is the money round. But all right, folks, we have hit that time of the hour. We're going to send you guys out on another song from my guy, Silent Hill, a.k.a. 40 Water, a.k.a. That's my guy right there. Silent Hill. If you see it scrolling on the bottom again, go check out his page on YouTube. But look, God willing, I will see y'all folks tomorrow. It's been real. And without a doubt, go love somebody, hug somebody. Peace.
Silent Hill TDS. Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo. roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blunt roll, let it go. Release to the beast, about to take control, overload. Burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated, elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded. Alcohol pumping out my system, in need of patience. Point blatant, do it in reverse until the points taken. Put it in work to muscles jerk, and my joints aching. Numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high, you can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below, twisted, agitated. Hand me another grain, watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies, watch me spark and ignite this shit. Put the game in a chokehold with a tightened grip. Niggas inciting shit, hoes peeping, they bite their lips. Cold hearted bastard, give a hot bitch an icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level and heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathans. Reach for a pack of guards, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy popping and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate, but I'm too busy taking all this vapor straight to the face. Damn. Shit.
Shit, pretty good. Hey, man, you got a light.
Fuck that, I'm just shit. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood go roll, let it go. Release to the beat, about to take control. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood go roll, let it go. Release to the beast, about to take control.